Hello guys, I'm Lanchino and today we'll be making a Brawl Stars tier list. Yes, the tier list for 2023 Season 18. Alright, let's get a quick jump into this video and let's start. So right here, I have a tier list. I have a tier list of every single brawler in the game, including Macy and Hank. So, let's start ranking. So, let's start with 8-bit. 8-bit is a really good brawler for so many game modes, including Hot Zone, a bit of Brawl Ball, and Gem Grab a lot. So I'll put him B tier. But the only problems is that he's very slow, as always, and it's pretty hard to hit his opponents with the attacks. So yeah. Amber. Amber didn't really have a good start with me. Her damage wasn't too amazing, so she took a long time to regenerate. So I'm putting her bad because it's just not the best. Next we have Ash. Ash did me very well this season. I really liked him because his speed was good when he was angry, and his also damage was reasonable. So I'm gonna put him normal tier. Barley. Barley is a good long range brawler, but the only things he needs is just a buff on his damage on the first hit of his potions, and a buff on the speed and the health. So I'll put him bad just for this. Alright, B. B is amazing this season. She can do so much damage. Her gadgets really help, especially her honey one, which slows the enemies down. So I'm putting her A tier. Or maybe even, maybe even, oh my god, what am I doing? Maybe even S tier. Because she's that of a good one. Next brawler, guys, we'll be ranking Belle. Belle, I didn't really see too much of her this season, but she's still a strong brawler in her damage, her HP for such a long-range brawler, and yeah, so I'll put her normal. The next brawler I'll do is BB. BB has many good advantages, but the only thing I would say is the bubble. The bubble is pretty hard to dodge if you're in tight spaces, and it barely does any damage if you have her maxed out, if she's good enough. So I'm gonna put her A tier because she was a really good start this season. Next is Bonnie. I never saw really too much from Bonnie this season. His super didn't really do too much for me, so that's why I'm gonna put him B tier. Next is Bo. Bo did very good this season. I really liked his super. It really helped me. But Bo never really too much helped me during Showdown. So that's why I'm putting him A tier. But he's still really good in 3v3 modes. Next we have Brock. I love Brock this season. He did so much damage, his pace is not that bad, and also he's a pretty strong brawler in his he's a pretty cool brawler too. So I'm putting him A tier. Next is Bull. I didn't really see too much from Bull. He got a few nerfs, but it's nothing too bad. So I'm gonna put him normal, but he's still good in Brawl Ball Showdown, and a bit gem grab to rush for the gems. Next is Buzz. Well, Buzz this season really impressed me. His gadget really helps him a lot, the one that gets a super instantly, so I'm putting him A tier. Next is Byron. Byron used to be amazing, but he got a few nerfs, and that's why he's not really too good anymore. But he's okay, so I'm just gonna put him bad tier. So yeah. Carl. Carl is really good in some modes, especially Brawl Ball, Knockout, and just a bit Showdown. So maybe I'll put him on A tier. Next is Belle. Belle is doing horrible this season. I don't know why. Her damage is low. Her speed is pretty slow because of the but but the super is still pretty fast. And her health is horrible, especially for her when she needs a lot of health. She deserves to be a tank brawler, but I guess she's not too good. So I'm gonna put her F tier. Next is Colt. Colt does some pretty good damage, and now we can mostly face some thrower brawlers. So that's why I'm gonna put him A tier. Not bad at all. Crow. Crow is doing amazing this season. So his poison is really helpful against these new other brawlers, and he's just really good at escaping situations, especially with his slow gadget and his super. So I'm putting him unbelievable. Next is Daryl. I haven't seen too much lately from Daryl, but he's still an amazing brawler. And he just sometimes, if you're like, let's say as a coincidence, so let's say he's against a crow and he has a super ready. The problem is that his super is gonna slow down when the crow uses his gadget of slowness. So that's why I'm putting him. Oops. I'm gonna put him bad. He's just nothing really special this season. Edgar, you all know this. Be honest. Ems is good for countering brawlers like Edgar, Fang, Jean, Jackie, all those range brawlers because they just stay in her fog clouds. So I'm putting her normal. Oops. Um, Sorry guys, that was a bit of a problem. Well, I'm gonna put her normal because she's not really too good. But she is good still. So she deserves to go in normal tier. Next is Eve. Eve is a really good brawler. I mean, when I say she was a really good brawler, but just this season, she hasn't been really doing too much. Like, I haven't seen her too good in 1v1 situations, and especially in some maps. So I'm putting her somewhere between B, bad, and normal. So I'll just put her normal for now. Next is Fang. Fang surprised me a lot this season, and if you haven't watched my video of mastering Fang, please do check it out after this video. It's mastering Fang to mastery 1 to mastery 2. And that's part 1. You can check out all of them, they're gonna come out soon. And Fang is really good in 1v1 situations. His damage is amazing. I really like him. He got a few buffs this year, and he just turns out to be a really good brawler these days. So I'm putting him A tier. Frank. Frank is not doing very well this season. He's especially in Brawl Ball and a lot of other game modes, but I'm just saying Brawl Ball. He used to be amazing in that mode, so I'm not doing it there. The reason is because he was just never really too fast. Now there's a lot of people that can stun him while he's doing his normal shots or his supers, so that's why. Next is gonna be Gale. Gale is fine, but just his shots are too weak and he's a bit slow. Jean. Jean is the same thing kind of as Gale. He is a bit faster, and his damage is a bit more. Also, his range is pretty surprising, so I'll put him normal. Next is Griff. Griff is a pretty strong brawler. He is good in many game modes, his range is good, he's almost unescapable, especially with his gadgets and also with his super. So I'm putting him unbelievable. Next is Grom. Grom is really good now in 1v1 situations, especially behind walls. And the speed is not too bad at all, especially his gadget that shoots 3 of his normal attacks. And it's pretty hard to dodge if you aim it correct. So I'm putting him cool. Next is Jackie. Jackie couldn't really stand out too much this season because there was many brawlers competing against her, especially like RT. So I'm putting her bad. Next is Janet. Janet is really good this season. I'm proud. And we're gonna put her unbelievable because she has good range. Her gadgets help her escape dangerous situations, especially her super. So that's why. And then Jessie. Jessie is amazing this season because her super, the robot, is really strong in heist, especially if you use her star powers and gadgets. It really helps. So that's why I'm putting her unbelievable. Next is Lou. Lou is really good in some big game or some games that you're playing 1v1s. Also, Brawl Ball is not bad for defense. So I'm putting him normal. Leon. He's not the best, not the worst, just this season. Haven't seen too much of him, but he's good at countering invisibility. He's good at countering like tanks and also short range brawlers. So I'm putting him cool. Next is Max. Max is really surprising me this season, and especially with his speed. Of course, not surprised. Also his damage and his gadgets. They're actually really helping, especially his star powers. And also his gears go really well with him, especially the speed one, which makes him like triple the speed he is normally. So I'm putting him unbelievable. Dynamite. Dynamite is not too bad, but he's not too good against people that can move fast, like Stu, Surge, I don't know, Tick because of his super, and Fang, like all those other brawlers that move rapid. But he's still really good if they come close and he can stun them with his own gadget. So I'm putting him unbelievable. Next is Mortis. Mortis is not doing so well. His damage is low. He's weak in Brawl Ball. And he just really is not really surprising me this season. So I'm putting horrible. Oh yeah, I forgot to put Edgar the worst. Now is Mr. P. Mr. P is surprising me. He has good damage, good range, and not a bad super because his little penguins will protect him if you're going against like a tank or something like that. So I'll put him cool. Next is Nani. Nani really is annoying me this season. His countering is not too bad and he's a really strong brawler. But the only thing I would say is that he mostly shoots in one direction when he shoots out. I know he can shoot in multiple, but just he can only shoot comes in one point, so which I don't really like, but I'll put him cool. Next is Nita. Nita is doing pretty good this season. She has good damage, and her Bruce is helping her a lot to go against these short range brawlers by the defense. More like Mr. P. Next is Otis. Otis, I'm enjoying him a lot this season. His super is helping him a lot these days by stopping the enemies and also stopping the people from shooting if you're playing Brawl Ball. And at this point, he's pretty good in every mode, except for Showdown a bit. So I'm putting him unbelievable. Next is Pam. I never seen really too much from Pam. Her healing thing dropped a bit this year, and I don't really like that. So I'm putting her bad. She's nothing special. Penny. Penny, not like in 2022, 2021, when she was horrible those days. But she got huge buffs, like amazing buffs for her, and she got a really good change on her look. So I'm putting her unbelievable. Next is Piper. Piper is good, but just her damage when he goes to close range brawlers, when she's close to a brawler, is just ridiculous. 647 damage when you're only like power, I don't know, 3 or something, power like 1 or 3, which is unbelievable. I don't really like that, and I don't really understand it. So I'm putting her bad or normal. She's pretty good in some other modes like Gem Grab or Brawl Ball. Next is Poco. Poco surprised me a lot this season. He has pretty good damage, not bad for him. His healing is actually not bad at all, and his fundamentals are pretty good. So I'm gonna put him just here. Next is El Primo. El Primo's nothing really special this season, and I don't really like it too much, but he's fine for some other modes, so I'm gonna put him, bad. Rico. Rico's okay with damage and other stuff like countering, and also he's pretty good in some game modes like Brawl Ball. So he's gonna go cool. Rosa is nothing really special. Someone can just go from far range and shoot her. But she's good at close range combat and hiding in the bush if she's playing Showdown. So I'll most likely put her maybe just normal. Yeah, she deserves it there. Next is gonna be Colonel Ruffs. Colonel Ruffs is really needing a buff for some health. Like, a lot. So, his damage is good, but if you just don't hit one of his, if you only hit one of his bullets, it's not really too special. And his damage is gonna be pretty weak. So, I'm putting him normal. Oops, that's normal. There we go. Next is Sandy. Sandy, she's like at the bottom of like the worst legendaries this season. I'm not impressed with her a lot. And I had an option to pick with Sandy or Chester. And I, of course, I took Chester because he has better damage and that stuff. So I'm putting Sandy normal. Nothing really too special. Shelly, actually, Shelly impressed me a lot this season. Her damage is good. She's good at countering some brawlers, and she can deal well with some tanks. So I'm putting her cool. Lola. Lola is not doing too well. Her circle that she got not too long ago really downgraded her move. She used to be overpowered, like so overpowered that no brawlers could beat her. But just because of that circle with her super and a bit of her damage from her normal main attacks, really made her lose some tiers. So I'm putting her normal. Next is Meg. Meg got a humongous buff this season. Sorry, last season or this year. It was so big that tanks are struggling to deal with her, like Frank. And yeah, it's like two brawlers in one. So I'm putting her unbelievable. Next is Spike. Spike didn't amaze me too much. He lost some power in close range combats and just nothing really too special. So I'm gonna remove him. To normal. Alright, I'll start rushing this a bit more. Already 20 minutes. So, Sprout. Sprout is pretty strong and I'll put him at normal because he's just not really too good with close range brawlers and his shots are a bit slippery. Next, Sam. Sam is really good, but just a bit of his he's pretty good actually. So wait, let me just put him here, and I'll put him unbelievable. God, unbelievable, and then I'll put him here. Yes, that's where he belongs. Squeak. Squeak is really strong, like really strong, especially in some knockout maps. He's pretty strong, so I'll put him cool. Stu. Stu is amazing this season, so I'm gonna take him. I'm gonna put him here, just because of his good damage and his speed. Surge, never really seen too much of him this season, so I'm putting him normal. Tara, not bad at all actually. So I'm putting her. Let me think. Her damage is better. Her super really helps in Brawl Ball, so I'm actually gonna put her. Cool. Next is Tick. Tick, nothing really special. Damage, lost a bit. His super is pretty easy to kill, and yeah. So that's why I'm putting him bad. Gus, healing not the best. Like only heals like 1,000 or something. Not too much. So I'm putting him bad. Buster actually, he got a few nerfs, but not too bad. So I'm putting him cool. Chester, he's pretty good, like really good. So cool too. Next is Gray. Gray is also gonna be cool because of his nice damage and he's pretty good in 1v1s. Mandy, very nice in hot zone. And also he's not very good in heist. Next is RT. RT is doing really well, especially this year, since he just came out. So I'm putting him unbelievable because of his insane damage and his pretty good range. Willow, not too bad. She got a few nerfs just after her release, so cool. Hank. Hank. What can I say? You know what it is. You know it, guys. He's just insane. Insane. Now, our last brawler on this tier list is Macy. Macy. She is a pretty good brawler. I like her damage, but the only thing, her shots are pretty easy to dodge, especially if you're a close range brawler and you're right close to her, because you can just dodge her slow shots at the start. So I'm putting her maybe unbelievable, but that's no put, of course, Hank here. There we go, guys. Here is the tier list. And these are the best and the worst brawlers in the game. So feel free to check out my channel and watch some more videos. And also, please like and subscribe and hit that bell if you want to be notified for more. But it's all your opinion. Do whatever you want and enjoy. Thank you.